Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Let's be honest, movies sell us love stories wrapped in drama and passion. They always skip over the hard parts. In Titanic, Rose finds Jack, a poor boy with a heart of gold, and they have this whirlwind romance that defies all logic. And the best thing about that relationship, it was perfect because it ended before it began. There was no, how should we handle finances? Do you want to have kids? What do you mean in 5 years? Or why do you always leave your socks on the floor, Jack? And let's be real, if they both survived the iceberg, they'd be arguing over where to go for dinner within a week, maybe even sooner. The trouble is we watch love stories like that and we think, that's how it's supposed to be. I want to feel the way that they feel. But those Hollywood fantasies, they leave out the laundry piles, the bad moods, and general friction that comes with real relationships, even new relationships that are real. So today we're going to talk about how this all messes with our expectations and what love really looks like when the cameras aren't rolling. So I hope you'll stick around because that's what's on the agenda. Remember Pretty Woman? Richard Gere shows up in a limo, roses in hand, to rescue Julia Roberts. The music swells, and suddenly everything that was wrong in her life is magically fixed because a handsome man just showed up. I'm pretty sure real life doesn't work that way. Our problems don't suddenly disappear when we meet someone, and even if someone does show up with flowers and a grand gesture, guess what? You still have to get through crabby Monday mornings, clogged sinks, and awkward family holidays. The fantasy stops where the hard work begins. But Hollywood loves selling us this idea that love is effortless if it's meant to be. Two people lock eyes and boom, they're soulmates. We start believing that if we're with the right person, everything is just gonna flow. And spoiler alert, it's not. Even in the best relationships, things get messy and people need to talk things out. This has always been my problem with the idea of soulmates and why I think it's a detrimental ideology if you're looking for real love. I actually have an episode on soulmates. Maybe check that out. Maybe actually it's here right now. If not, it'll be at the end of the episode. And it's not just movies. Some of this starts way earlier. Fairytales. Cinderella. A prince falls in love with her after one dance and a missing shoe. That's not love. That's bad judgment. Imagine building a marriage on, hey, I think I know who you are as a person because your shoe is a size 6. Or how about Beauty and the Beast? Belle gets locked in a castle with a temperamental beast, teaches him how to be polite, and suddenly he turns into the perfect man. Lady, that is not a love story. That is emotional labor. If you have to fix someone before they can love you or you can love them, that's not romance, that's therapy. And whether we realize it or not, these stories shape how we think about love from a really young age. They tell us that love should be instant, magical, and most dangerously that love will not only save us from our problems, but be perfect. When in reality, love doesn't rescue us. It just gives us someone to tackle the messes of life with. The skills to do that are the ones that should be important in finding a partner. Oh, it's not just women who are impacted by Hollywood's love stories. You guys, they're here too. And if not receiving toxic guidelines, then at least they are getting a misguided messaging. Even films geared more towards men, in general, sci-fi or fantasy, for instance. The ideal woman isn't just beautiful. She's quiet, easygoing, always supportive, and usually in need of a rescue. But real women, they can most often take care of themselves, and they should. A quick thank you to today's partner, Tabu. Tabu was created to address the intimacy issues and challenges that we women face as our hormones change over time. From menopause to childbirth, or simply the natural shifts that come with age, these changes can impact how we feel in our bodies and in the bedroom. But here's the good news. Experts are on our side. Tabu partnered with gynecologists, urologists, and even pelvic floor specialists to create products that help address common symptoms like dryness, low libido, and even painful sex. Their Golden Hour kit is designed to make sexual health a natural part of our everyday self-care. Because taking care of ourselves shouldn't stop at skincare or fitness. And what makes Tabu different? These aren't just toys. They're beautifully designed tools that are backed by experts to help women stay connected to their bodies and maintain a vibrant, healthy sex life. The products are designed to support women in maintaining their sexual wellness through every stage of life. If you want to learn more about these beautiful and effective tools, check out the link in my description below. And don't forget to use the code CAREY10 to get 10% off your order. Because our sexual health isn't something to ignore, and Tabu might be just what the doctor ordered. Real women have opinions, ambitions, and can be challenging in the best ways possible. A healthy relationship isn't about swooping in and saving the day. It's about building a life from the bottom up, ground up. So when men are conditioned to believe that they have to win the woman or rescue the woman, it can be misguided and exhausting. And men deserve to feel like partners, not just providers or knights in shining armor. A healthy relationship isn't about finding someone who never challenges you. It's about growing alongside a partner who pushes you to be better. If you expect real love to be easy or drama-free, you're going to miss out on the magic that comes from loving someone complex, passionate, and independent. Because that's where real connection happens, in the moments when two people challenge each other. Not just float along quietly, staring into each other's eyes like a Hollywood fantasy, but working through things together as a team. That is what can build stronger bonds than most people can even imagine. Real love happens when life gets boring. And here's the thing, true love isn't about grand gestures. It's about who sticks around for that boring stuff. It's not grand speeches in the rain like in The Notebook or with a boombox and say anything. It's remembering to grab toothpaste on your way home. It's showing up even when the spark feels dim and the day's been long. Relationships are made in the small, everyday moments, like leaving a tiny note in their morning coffee cup, or laughing together when you both forget half the grocery list. Sure, it's not exciting enough to make a movie about, but that's where the good stuff lives and where the bonds are created. When we compare real relationships to fairy tales and rom-coms, we set ourselves up for disappointment. No one stays in grand gesture mode forever, and honestly, you wouldn't want them to. If someone were to show up with roses every day, you'd eventually be thinking, okay, but do you ever fold laundry? So you can stop waiting for a prince or a princess to show up, because nobody's perfect and no relationship is a magic cure for all that ails us. The truth is, love is a partnership. Two people working through life together, not saving each other from it. If you're waiting for that perfect person who checks every box and never does annoying stuff that'll drive you mad, you'll miss out on the beautiful, imperfect person right in front of you. It's time for anyone who has hopes of perfection to let go of the fairy tales. Real love is messy, a little awkward, and full of ups and downs, but that's what makes it worthwhile and real. Hollywood romances and fairy tales make for great entertainment, but they're lousy role models. Real love isn't about magical moments. It's about showing up for the little things and loving someone even when life isn't exciting or glamorous. So the next time you find yourself thinking, why isn't my relationship more like the movies? Just remember, in real life, Prince Charming snores, Cinderella burns dinner, and the dude didn't say anything. He probably got electrocuted with that boombox out in the rain. I hope you found this interesting or helpful. If you did, you might want to check out this episode. And don't forget to give Mom a thumbs up. She's watching, and she lives for that. And hey, if you could please tap that subscribe button like you're giving it some tough love. One good tap, make sure it knows you mean business. Until next time, thank you and have a good one.